One of the most popular hubs in the Sarasota Bradenton area for shopping, eating, and just having fun is UTC, University Town Center. Now, UTC is more than just your average mall. As their website states, UTC is just not a destination, but it's a community. And as I was digging in to see really what kind of events and things go on at UTC, which I already knew was quite a bit, I was still really impressed. And their tagline is actually super accurate. It's definitely a community, just not a destination, a place to go pick up a few things or grab a bite to eat. So in this video, I'm gonna share some of those gems with you. Hi, I'm Jill Thomas, and each week I bring new videos about the Sarasota area, just like UTC, what it's like to live here in Florida. And then of course, I love to talk about real estate. So if any of these things have been on your radar, then this just might be a really good channel for you. So be sure to subscribe, hit the notification bell, and then keep on watching. Now, let's suppose you're thinking about making a move to the area, or maybe you're already living here and you need to buy or sell something, then please give me a call, text, or email me. Please know I am certainly here to help you out and answer your questions to figure out what might be the best next move for you. The University Town Center, or UTC, runs both on the north and south side of University Parkway. So University Parkway's main road goes from I-75 all the way out to 41. And it's actually the dividing line between Sarasota and Manatee Counties. So UTC straddles, both of those counties. And actually, if you go east of I-75, right there is Lakewood Ranch, which is super popular right now. And then the roads running north and south are Cattleman, which is farther east, closer to I-75, and then Hathaway. So sort of in that whole hub right there is where UTC is located. But let me share with you a little bit more about what that is and the offerings. Oh, and the other thing also to mention, in that area, there are over 200 shops and boutiques of all different sizes and styles, chain places like a Kohl's or a Target, but then also smaller independently owned stores as well. And then there's over 100 different places where you can grab a bite to eat, whether it's super casual or a scoop of ice cream, all the way up to fine dining. So here's some of the things that are included in UTC. So if we're looking at Cattleman and University at the southeast hub is where the mall is. So it's called the mall at UTC. Now, sometimes if we just are talking, we'll just say I'm gonna run up to UTC and go to Macy's or whatever. But it's the mall at UTC is a technical term. And so that's a traditional mall where you park and you walk in. But even along the roads on both sides of Cattleman, I keep saying that, there's other little shops and restaurants as well. Now, on the other side of the road is called the West District. And that's at the southwest quadrant of Cattleman and University. So you've got Target, Best Buy, like Michael's, Bed Bath & Beyond, all those types of stores right there. And then there's also some restaurants and different little places mixed in. Oh, the one pet stores, I think Petco's right there. And then on the other side of University, so the Manatee County side at the northeast quadrant, we've got BJ's, which is kind of like a Sam's Club or a Costco, which we have those as well around here, but just not in UTC. Again, it's like a larger outdoor strip mall. There's Home Goods, all different stores and places like that you would expect. Again, there's some places that are more independent and some that are larger chains. So you've got a ton of variety. Then if we hop over to Hathaway, which I keep mentioning, over there you've got like the Kohl's, you've got, there's a Whole Foods over there, there's Home Depot over in that section, that intersection over there to the west. So we've got everything that's going on right there, everything you can imagine, it's right there. It's crazy. And then finally, just south of the West District off of Cattleman Road is this awesome place called Nathan Benderson Park. And when we say park down here, it's not like the parks that I had up north growing up in the Toledo area. We had Oak Openings and I can't even think of the other names of the parks right now, but where it's just acres and acres and acres and you can take different paths. Down here, we don't have parks quite like that. we have a few places, but not like it is up north, at least where I came from. But Nathan Benderson Park is this huge man-made lake. There's a couple walking paths all the way around it, but it's known for rowing, where we have rowing tournaments, national and international rowing tournaments. But there's also a lot of events there that take place there as well. So that's kind of packaged in with UTC. Okay, so now let's hop into the additional events and activities that aren't normally associated with a regular mall. Of course, even when I was growing up, I'd go to Southwick Mall, Franklin Park Mall in Toledo, and, there might be some kind of antiques fair thing going on. People in the middle would have booths and stuff like that, or maybe there'd be some kind of car event. And that was pretty typical, and maybe too up north because it's cold out. Things could have been held only certain months out of the year. And of course, down here in Florida, we can have outdoor events scheduled 12 months out of the year. There's really nothing that holds us back unless we get rained out. So that's our only thing that, we have to struggle, fight against when we're talking about outdoor activities. So some of the events and activities there at UTC and Nathan Benderson Park, some things are done regularly, some things are seasonal, and then just some things are just kind of like a one-time thing. So let's go through some of those so you can get a really good picture of some of the fun things you can do at UTC or University Town Center. Now, some of the regular things that happen is once a month, there's a thing called Cars and Coffee, where it's kind of like a car show, super casual. People just get together for a couple hours on a Saturday morning. So if you're into cars, that might be a really fun thing to do. There is something called UTC Fit, and pretty regularly, I think it's even more than once a month, there are going to be different types of outdoor fitness things you can do, whether it's yoga or maybe strength training, and trainers from different facilities will come and head that up. So it's just not some random person that's out there like, hey, let's do yoga. Like, this is my own thing. It's very orchestrated with professionals. Something else I think is kind of interesting, we all are familiar with farmers markets, but at UTC, they have what they call a night market. And I think it's on a Thursday night once a month. They have the night market where people can come out. There's booths set up just like a farmer's market, but it's kind of nice because it's in the evening and it's not taking up a Saturday morning or, of course, a weekday morning, which we do have farmer's markets even in the middle of the week here, especially during season. But if you're working, you can't attend that. So it's sort of fun to go out in the evening, to walk around, look at, the booths, maybe pick up some fresh flowers or some fruits and vegetables, or a piece of artwork. And then, you can enjoy that in the evening. There is actually a monthly cornhole tournament, which I think is kind of cool. I think that would be fun to do. Not that I'm super good at cornhole, but I still think that would be a fun event to participate in. Something else they do is called Screen on the Green. So there's a green space that they have there. And so they'll have the outdoor movies once a month. And they're usually family friendly. Like I saw, the next movie is going to be Goonies. And they had some Dr. Seuss movie before. And so it's super family friendly. So you can go out there, socialize and watch the movie outdoors. They also do story time once a month, where somebody is, again, this is designed more for little ones, but where somebody will come, and I think it's sponsored through Barnes & Nobles, where somebody will come and read to the kids. Then at Nathan Benderson Park, what they have is called NBP Rec Day. So Nathan Benderson Park Recreation Day. And for a flat fee, this is set for kids, for adults. You can switch between using a kayak, a canoe, a stand-up paddleboard, and they actually said something too about getting on a sailboat out there in that lake. And you can switch between. So if you start off with a kayak, you can switch to stand-up paddleboard. So it might be a kind of a fun, easy way to be introduced to some of these fun things, especially for kids to get used to it maybe before you go out and buy your own. And maybe if your child really likes it, then you can invest in a kayak or stand-up paddleboard to take to the beach then. So I think that's really fun too. And then finally, let's talk about 5Ks. It's not like it's an official regular thing like these other events like the cornhole or the night market, but there are so many 5Ks that take place there at Nathan Benderson Park, whether it's a charity run or just, like the turkey trot type of thing. There are so many 5Ks that take place there. So if that's your goal, and you want to be involved in that, check out UTC. Lots of opportunity. Now I'm going to blow through a whole bunch of events that are just sort of like, I don't know if they really take place annually or if it's just kind of a one-time thing. And of course, coming out of COVID, things were really put on pause, for the last couple of years. So in the last, 6 to 9 months, things have been kicking back in again. So who knows, even what it was like before COVID, maybe they've got some fresh ideas. And so I'm not sure how similar some of these events are pre-COVID, or if there's a lot of change, or if it's a lot of it's the same. So we'll see. They have something called the Water Lantern Festival, which I think sounds kind of intriguing. The Lego League Explore Festival. Beyond Van Gogh, this is an immersive experience. Now I think this would be really cool to see. I think they're just wrapping this up, or maybe it's already over, especially by the time this video gets posted. But it was like, for so many weeks that they have this Van Gogh experience. Okay, Circus Sarasota. So of course we are a circus town, with the Ringlings playing a key role in getting Sarasota on the map, really. And so there's a circus out there about once a year. And then also let me mention Nick Walinda from the Flying Walindas, which was part of, the circus fame. And you may have seen Nick Walinda on TV because he's done like a tightrope walk over the Grand Canyon, or maybe in New York City. Sometimes he'll do it from building to building in downtown Sarasota. So the Walindas live right here in Sarasota. And so sometimes about once a year, it seems like he'll set up a wire or try some different things. And so he'll go out there and practice. And so you can go out there and just sit for free and watch them, do these things. So I think that's kind of cool. So Nick Walinda is a big part of our community. There's something called Gulf Coast Games for Life, which is athletic competitions for seniors. In fact, I was just working with somebody. He is actually training for the Senior Olympics. So I thought that's pretty neat that he's going to do that. There's events for the Special Olympics there as well. There is the Florida Inline Skating Marathon. I broke my wrist once doing rollerblading, so I don't plan on doing that again anytime soon, so you won't see me out there. They have something called Giving Hunger the Blues. So it's a blues festival, of course, to try to kind of stomp out hunger, and a charity event. There's the Southeast Guide Dogs Walkathon. And so here we've got the Southeast Guide Dogs I think it's actually in Palmetto, but where they train being eye dogs for people who are impaired. They'll have regattas where you have the remote control sailboats. I think that would be kind of fun to watch in person. And then they have something called Big Bounce America, where it's a bunch of like bounce houses and all those inflatables where people can pay, flat fee and come out, and all the kids can hop up and down on these things, or, go on the big slides. And then they also do have a ton of charity events, just like Giving Hunger the Blues, so many charity events, which I think is really lovely too. So you can keep your eyes open for that if you want to support a particular cause. And then last but not least, lots and lots of holiday-centered events of all different shapes and sizes of things they come up with. And I think this is where you may see a lot of variety year over year, whether it's Valentine's Day or St. Patrick's Day, Easter with, Easter egg hunts, things like that. Even Cinco de Mayo, they're going to have an event. Of course, 4th of July, lots of fireworks. It's so great because you can park out there at Nathan Benderson Park, or some of the green space out by the mall. You can park and watch the fireworks. At Halloween time, they have a lot of trick-or-treat events and things affiliated with that. And also different things even for dogs too, which I didn't mention before, whether, it's a costume contest for dogs or different pet-friendly events. At Thanksgiving, they have different events. In fact, last year, they had so many little cute, like pre-painted pumpkins all around UTC. And if you found one of those, there was a code on it where it gave you a gift certificate or a gift card to one of the stores. So that was really fun. It was kind of like a little treasure hunt. And then lots and lots and lots and lots of things at Christmas time. The Christmas lights at UTC are incredible. They start putting up lights in September just because it's such a massive project from all of those places. And the lights on the palm trees are breathtaking. It is so beautiful. But besides all that, they do more movies on the green there. I think it's every week they have something different leading up to Christmas, different Christmas movies. I know one time they had an outdoor ice skating rink. They have lots and lots of holiday-centered events in the month of December. So much fun. Oh, and another thing they had was a gingerbread festival. It's like a gingerbread contest. I think it had to do with the Girl Scouts, and so that was inside the mall where you could go in and vote. So that's kind of fun too. And then of course, New Year's Eve events there. Again, probably more fireworks. So much going on there at Nathan Benderson Park and UTC. As you can see, there is so much that goes on at University Town Center and Nathan Benderson Park. It is incredible. And I am certain I missed out on something. So if so, please drop it in the comments below. I think this is just a fun video to give some of you a taste of what happens here in our area. And even honestly, for people who already live here, maybe you didn't realize everything that goes on there. So definitely check out the Facebook page for both University Town Center and Nathan Benderson Park has a separate one as well, even though it's kind of part of UTC, sort of a different animal over there. And so check that out. But again, let me know, what did I miss out on mentioning? Well, I hope you liked this video as you got a little taste of our area here. If you did like it, please hit that like button. That would be fantastic. And then again, if you have any questions about real estate, please give me a call. Talk to you soon. Bye-bye.